If you really think about it, making a conventional Hollywood fight scene is a piece of cake. Include a bunch of rapid cuts to emphasize the confusion of combat. Have a powerful orchestral accompaniment laid behind the action with an adrenaline rush tempo. And lastly, use mostly handheld shots. This adds to the disorientation of the action. You know what's going on, but you don't have a clear picture of what is actually occurring. Alright, I've seen enough of this because I didn't see enough. In ways, Hollywood action films are only comparable to a cheeseburger. It's great, you've had it a lot, but you want more to it. Most American action films are formulaic and dull. But then, John Wick. You're watching Behind the Narrative, the John Wick edition. John Wick, set in New York City, is about a retired hitman whose car is stolen and dog is subsequently killed by a Russian mobster, Yosef. This provokes John Wick to come out of retirement and exact vengeance. This work is directed by Chad Stahelski and David Leitch. They influenced American action cinema by doing the seemingly impossible, having a financial hit and being unconventional. John Wick has a unique fighting style. He dishes out dramatic executions using hand-to-hand combat techniques and firearms in unison. The filmmakers drew inspiration from their experiences at the Inosanto Academy of Martial Arts. Launched by Dan Inosanto, one of Bruce Lee's teachers, the Academy laid the groundwork for the film's usage of mixed martial arts. All they had to do was add the guns. This combo wasn't new to the world by any means. This is referred to as Gun Fu, the blend of mixed martial arts and close quarters gunplay. Gun Fu was manifested in Hong Kong action cinema, developing through the 70s with Kung Fu and the 80s with urban actions. John Woo is credited as the creator of the genre with his crime film A Better Tomorrow. Films featuring this type of fluid martial arts and firefight combinations were a staple of John Woo's. Another of his films, Hard Boiled, has a 3-minute, one-take action sequence that is one of Hong Kong cinema's most notable accomplishments. The directors were influenced by spaghetti westerns
$2,000. It's a lot of money.
And Korean action. Defying the Hollywood standard was a major factor in how they produced John Wick.
We just knew we didn't want to go down the same path, so that's, again, why we love the script so much.
Let's look at 2 action sequences in the film to see this style of action. During the home invasion, almost all of the shots hold back from cutting to close-ups of segmented action. They stay long and distant, giving us a clear view of John Wick's carnage. This also leads to a calm display of violence. Action scenes are choreographed in film, but Gun Fu is more than just planned out. It requires meticulous timing. The execution in which John Wick flies in, tackles one invader while killing the other, and proceeds to execute the first man requires precision and godlike reflexes. Nothing is hidden from the audience. See how these techniques are different than your run-of-the-mill action film? We see the same techniques in the hallmark Red Circle nightclub fight scene. Quick film fun fact, the Red Circle is an homage to a French crime film, Cercle Rouge, one of the many references of past cinema in John Wick. The Red Circle club scene is a great example of how John Wick uses his gun as a part of his body. His executions are almost always at striking distance. Have you noticed the score? It's not the orchestral accompaniment or hard rock that typically comes with action. Even though techno house, the subgenre of the music playing, is inorganically created, it has an organic feel. Instead of adding a feeling of chaos like the mixed orchestras do, this music emphasizes the fluid and ballet-type combat by maintaining a stable beat. This becomes extremely noticeable when John Wick gets up from his wounds after being shot and persists through to the dramatic ending. Bet you couldn't even persist through your last midterm. John Wick's shocking financial success proved that filmmakers can shoot against Hollywood standards and succeed. In the most popular American film genres, unconventional pieces of filmmaking can be a breath of fresh air, especially when we can be exposed to non-Western techniques and styles such as Gun Fu. Thank you for watching. This was Behind the Narrative. Don't piss off a retired hitman, especially if it's John Wick.